Now that you've practiced a simple sculpture, if you'd like to raise your challenge, you can move on and make another mini practice piece that's a little more complicated. So what I'm going to do is make an animal. So I'm going to start out with this wire. This is the thinner wire, and I'm going to use the thinner wire just because I'm working small and it's a little easier to bend. So the animal that I want to make is going to have a body and 4 legs and a tail and a head. So I'm going to start out using this round piece here, and I'm going to roll up the wire so that I can get some roundness for the body. You can see you need a piece that's a little bit longer. All right, so here's a base piece that I can start to work with for the body. Once I have this, I can start to adjust this to the shape of the body. So if my body is a little longer, maybe has a little belly, then I can start to move it around. I'm going to twist this up around for the neck of the animal. A little bigger belly. That. I'm going to use this extra wire here to go right up into a tail. And because I want that tail to be wrapped a little skinnier, I'm going to put something thinner in there and wrap around it. So I'll just use this pencil here to wrap my wire around to make my tail skinny. Now you can compress the coils to get them nice and even, and then you can spread them out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull this pencil out, and then I'm going to take those coils and pull them out. First I'm going to twist this little end around like that, and then I'm just going to stretch them out here for the tail of my animal. Alright, so I just made a tail and a body for this little creature. Okay, and now I want to add some legs and a head. So for the head, I'm going to do a really similar thing. Get another piece of this thinner wire here, and I'm going to wrap it up again because that seems to be working pretty well for me. And actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap it on this one here. I'm going to make that a little tighter. Alright, so the head isn't this shape, it has a nice roundness to it, so I'm going to pull this open just like I did with the body. I'm going to open it up in the center so it's larger. Pliers and bend this around. This would be the front of the face here. And I'm going to compress that a little bit to show that the face isn't super pointy. It is rounded, but not super pointy. Okay, so we'll make the head part a little bigger here. And then it gets a little smaller as it comes down. Okay, and that's going to hook on right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 hooks. I'm going to make a hook here, twist this like this, and then I'm going to have to figure out how to get this on here. So we'll hook that in. This seems to work pretty well like that. So I'm going to make another hook over here, going this direction. And it's sort of a double hook happening here. This is going to grab on, whoops, to open that up a little bit. Okay, so one is going to grab on, let's use these pliers. One's going to grab on right here, so I'm going to pinch this really tight. And one's going to grab on right here, I'm going to pinch that really tight. Now those are on, but the head isn't in the direction I want, so I'm just going to bend it to get it into the direction that I want. Okay, so now I have a head, a body, and a tail. And now I have legs that I'd like to create. Again, I'm going to use that skinny wire. I'm going to use the pencil for the legs, just like I did with the tail. Now this it's going to be a little trickier. I'm going to make both legs out of the same piece of wire. So, first thing I'm going to do is wrap it around the pencil so I have a nice long coil. Pull it off. Sometimes you have to kind of loosen the wire a little bit to get it off of the pencil or whatever it is that you're twisting around. Okay, now this, what I'm going to do is turn it into two legs. So, first thing, I'm going to twist this around and make a little foot. So I'm going to stick it out a little bit like that on that side. Then I'm going to stretch it out. And I'm going to make a little foot on this side too. So it kind of sticks out, but it's flat. Okay. Then I'm going to take the center and I'm going to open it up. Okay, and now I have two legs. And I want my legs to go on here, but they're going to come through and stand like that. So then I can put them through and attach them right here. Now I might have to open the body up a little bit in order to do that, to get them through there. That's okay, just open it up, stick them through, close the body up again. Okay, so I have a set of legs here. And this is where I want them to be, like that. But I want to attach them really well so that they're going to stay and they can stand up. So I can do that a couple different ways. I can take this leg and I can wrap it around here to attach it tight. I could cut these two in half and make a hook on either side and pinch it really tight. I could take another wire and wrap it around like a almost like a little twist tie. So let's do that. First of all, let's make these two wires come together a little better. So I'm going to bend this one out so that these two pinch together like that. And then I'm going to put a wire in, let's bend it like this. And I can literally make a twist tie. With my little piece of wire there. Twist it around this way and twist it around this way. Use the pliers for that. So this little twist tie is not going to work if you don't pinch it tight. So once you get it on there, use these flat pliers and really squeeze it on there. Okay, now I've just made some legs. Now I can adjust them so that they're closer to the same size. I can take those little feet and stick them out forward that I made. Like this. This one a little shorter here. There we go. Okay, it's a little wobbly, so I'm going to pinch it again to get it attached really well. Okay, now I need some back legs for my creature here. So I'm going to do a similar thing. And this time I'll do them separately so you can see how you would do it separately. Same thing, I'm going to wrap it around the pencil. Okay, now the back legs are shorter because this little creature is sitting down. So I'm going to take this little hook here, or this end, I'm going to make a hook like that. It's going to hook on to the body. See if I can get it on there. Like this. We're going to use these, and we're going to pinch it on tight. And we'll make a little foot down here. Okay. Now this one is, this little guy here is sitting, so I'm going to kind of bend this leg around so that they're sitting. Like that. Okay, and now we need one on the other side. So we'll do the same thing. Couple twists. We'll need that little hook. We'll turn this into a foot here. And over here, I'll make this a little shorter. Make the hook. This is going to come around on the other side here. Again, I want these flat pliers to pinch it on really tight. This little back leg is going to stick out a little bit and come out here with a foot. Okay. As you're working, you probably have to adjust your creature. Okay, you can do little touches like take the tail. Okay. Now you can add little details to it. Turn this so you can see it a little better. You can add little details like ears. This little guy's sitting nicely right here. I think I'm going to turn her head forward. If you want to add some ears on there, you could take the smaller wire and add extra things on, but that would be how you would get a sculpture that's a little more detailed.